At this time, we bring you breaking news. Salisbury police are investigating a homicide after shots were fired earlier this evening on North Division Street. According to Salisbury police, a joint homicide investigation is currently underway with the Maryland State Police Homicide Unit. Police say the shooting occurred just after 8 p.m. in the 900 block of North Division Street. Maryland State Police are the lead investigative agency for this incident. Details are limited at this time. However, anyone with any information is urged to contact police. Well, Wicomico County Executive Julie Giordano signing off on the purchase of a new building for the new department headquarters for the health department. Currently, there are several different locations across the county, each serving as satellite stations for different parts of the Wicomico County Health Department. Giordano says the new building will be a wide open canvas of usable space, unlike the old building that has an entire basement area that cannot be utilized.
One thing that's going to be really beneficial is there's 250 parking spaces outside the new building. So parking is not going to be an issue. Easier accessibility, easier to be seen, and everything in one location. You just couldn't ask for anything better for our citizens.
Now, the building is on Mount Herman Road. Shore Transit already travels down that road, so community members will actually be able to use public transportation to get to the new health department headquarters. Moving on here, an annual show making its grand return this year. James M. Bennett High School will be putting on their annual Rock and Roll Revival Show, which is returning for its 25th year. The show has already seen success this year, and the production will be heading into their final series of shows this weekend. Good Morning Delmarva's Jordy Clark sat down with the director of the show, Rachel Bailey, to learn more about what goes into this tradition.
It's always great to watch first-timers, as we call them, come in and see the show because you're never quite expecting what you get from rock and roll. I mean, it is a large production with over 100 cast members, all JMB students. So we are super excited for our 25th anniversary.
Now, this year's theme for the show is Rock and Roll Road Trip, and the final two shows will take place this weekend starting at 7 p.m. Well, we're having a big night when it comes to the weather. We're expecting snow to impact us tonight into tomorrow morning. At this time, we're going to check in with our chief meteorologist, Rich Werdzik, to get the latest on what we can expect. Rich?
And Rob, a very quiet evening. Things are going to go downhill pretty quickly here in the next couple of hours. We're going to be here at the station following this all through the night. Meteorologist Eric Alpha is going to be up early with updates here during Good Morning America. So you definitely want to stay with us through the night. But a good way to remember to stay informed, you should get our weather app and put it on your phone. It's free. There are no in-app purchases, nothing that you have to buy. And we update the weather daily with videos throughout the day, especially in times like this. We will put more videos on there in between these newscasts, so something to think about. Just scan that QR code there. So in Rehoboth Beach, nothing doing right now. Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam. It's a quiet and chilly evening. Temperatures have fallen into the 30s in many locations like Salisbury and Georgetown. You're closer to the water, you're still in the 40s. That's going to help keep the snow totals down in places like Ocean City and here in Rehoboth Beach. But even Cambridge and Easton, upper 30s right now. That temperature will continue to go down a few degrees in the next few hours before the snow arrives. Before the snow, well, we had the high clouds coming in and made for a really cool sunset here. That picture from Brandon out of Laurel. Very quiet evening, and those high clouds kind of scattering the late sunlight there to give that nice little look, but sometimes a sign that things are changing just a bit. Satellite radar, we have quiet conditions at the moment. Precipitation ongoing back in the mountains just off to our north and west as well. Snow and snow and rain line, or rain snow line, if you will, just north of this track of low pressure, and that's what's driving all of this. Its track's very important because as long as it stays just off to our south, the cold air will be in our location to give us that snow. If this track was a little further north, milder air would be streaming in that direction. Another thing to consider, even if the temperature doesn't drop to freezing in your location, is the fact that I expect the snow rates to be very high for a brief period of time, and that will be enough to kind of drop the temperature on the roads to below freezing. Look at this, 1+ inch snow per hour snow rates. That's a lot to be coming down in a short period of time. That's 4 a.m. Notice, though, that that's all over by 6 a.m. I'll track it for you in future casts here in just a moment. There are those cold temperatures I'm talking about mixed with the high snow rates. That's why we expect there to be a decent accumulation in a lot of spots, even with the temperature just above freezing. So there's 1 a.m. That snow is moving in here northwest to southeast. See where that rain snow line is there. That high snow rate that I showed you, there we go. 3 o'clock in the morning, you can see with the darker blues here indicating that snow band moving across the area. By 6 a.m., all the snow is done. This is going to be a quick moving system for sure. And by tomorrow, the sun's going to be coming out later in the morning, and by the afternoon, a lot of the snow is going to be melting. So what you see here on this map is going to be for the morning. By the afternoon, a lot of this is going to be gone, but 3 to 4 inches possible Easton over to Milford, Milton, Georgetown, Cambridge, and points south in lower Delaware, 2 to 3 inches. Salisbury area, 1 to 2 inches. And out toward the beaches and points south, probably not going to add up to too much, but there will be at least a little bit of snow come late tonight. So that snow becoming heavy later tonight, that rain snow line, that mix just south of Salisbury. The Brazier's Carpet Care dog walking forecast. We got yellow paws in the morning simply because there will be still snow, obviously, on the sidewalks and roads. As that melts in the afternoon, that's why we go to green paws, because we should be able to get the walk in. There you go. The rest of the weekend, breezy but quiet. Hey, we're going to check back in with Brandon, Devin, and Cole on the other side of the break with more DSI. Stay with us.